Hello everybody. So today I'm going to present something quite special because it has been a year that we are partner with Odoo. We are Silverfin, so we have actually been on the market for more than 10 years. And what we believe in is that we provide accountants with the technology and tools that they need to be more successful for themselves, of course, but especially for the end clients. So what I'm going to talk about today, it's regarding the synchronization we have with Odoo. What we do as an accounting tool. Can you hear me well? Okay, perfect. What we do with Odoo basically is that we're going to retrieve all the information regarding the accountability tool that you have in Odoo and you use on an everyday basis. And instead of always importing, exporting data throughout several Excel sheets and then do your closings, what we believe in Silverfin is doing the automation of your closing processes. So when we mean your closing processes, basically, we're going to work on your reconciliation sheets that are going to enable us to automatize the closings like the tax forecast, the annual accounts, your reporting, and of course your fiscal justifications. Hence why everything that you do in Odoo is going to arrive directly in Silverfin with real-time synchronization. So the aim today within Silverfin is to centralize and standardize the data that you have on your Odoo, also your client's data. And what we want to do with it is do the automation of closing workflows. We have several workflows available in Silverfin. We have a marketplace with a hell lot of different possibilities. But most of the closings that an accountant needs to do are basically the simple ones like annual accounts or tax declaration. Hence why how we are working out today Silverfin regarding the real-time synchronization is that we're going to collect the data. But from what we have seen on the market today is from an accountant to another, from a client to another, your data is completely different because the sector of the industry is completely different. If you are working with a pharmaceutical company or with a construction company, your data is going to be, your chartered account list is going to be completely different. So regarding our synchronization, what we want to do and what we want to thrive for is do an artificial intelligence mapping, but it's going to map out all your clients' chartered accounts and link it directly within Silverfin. So with AI now, we are able to directly get all your data at the right account numbers within Silverfin. Hence why with the unification of your data, it's going to be the foundation in the future of some automation processes, and especially it's going to enable us to use AI for different purposes. So as of today, regarding Odoo especially, from what we have seen on the market, is that either the accountant or the customers are getting more and more relationships together. And as Silverfin, we want to be within that ecosystem to strengthen the relationships between the accountant, the provider, and of course, the customer. And so what we want to strive for is that you work on your accountability tool, but also that you work on Silverfin, so that you get warnings, you identify opportunities, and you ask for extra services to your accountant, or you do extra services with your accountant. Hence why in Silverfin, when you want to work with your accountant, you have two different cases. First of all, you have a Pulse user, what we call a Pulse user. It's a restricted access to your file on Silverfin. So you can have a view mode on Silverfin, see your reports, see your annual accounts, see your tax declarations and so on. We can compare, comment, share some details with your accountant, but it's like a view, a point of view a bit different than the external user. The external user is something something completely different because you take part into the work of a VI accountant, into those tax declarations, into those reportings, into everything that you're going to collaborate with within the platform. And this is something quite new in Silverfin. We call that B2B2B because it's business to business to business. And the company, the client, is going to be able to view your working environment, is going to access to your models, to your reports, is going to be able to prepare some files, to audit some files as well, to review some docs, and to ensure that he would be able then to participate in the collaborative effort in between the accountant and the client. Why is it a necessity today? Sorry, as we can see on the market, there is less and less accountants and more clients. Accountants don't have the time to spend on each and every client and to spend to create some specificities for several clients. And if the client is willing to take part into the journey, they can have an external user to do so. And using that synchronization with Odoo, with all the data we get from Odoo, we'll be able also for you to get tax forecast and tax declaration within real time, so that it makes it even more efficient. Same for alarm procedures. If you have board meetings, special reports, special board meeting alarm procedure, you can have everything within Silverfin, and you can take part into the preparation of those legal documents that you need to share anyway with your accountant. And finally, before I jump into our platform, for the end customers, using Silverfin is also getting some relevant and customized exports in which he can have what he's asking for from his accountant with special and defining content into a bundle that is quite fancy, if I must say. I'm going to show it to you later on. But basically, you can include all the communications that were included in the conversation with the accountant, all the legal docs, all the reports, and every account that were reconciled within Silverfin. So I'm directly going to show it to you right now. So basically, as of today, as we can see, there's several things within Silverfin. I'm not going to go into details today because I can talk about it for hours, and that's not the goal of today. But from an AI standpoint, what we're going to do, of course, we're going to pre-parameter your file with the AI mapping, as I just said. But with that data unified, so on here, as you can see, all your assets, debts, liabilities, income statement, and so on. What we're going to be able to do is to build trends, build financial analysis, build a lot of stuff, and be able also to pre-prepare your tax declaration here or your annual accounts. And if you want to share those kind of informations with your client, you can directly, really quickly, through several exports, share some information to your client. So if you want to justify some things, prepare some, sorry, it's in Dutch, prepare some results, you can always have everything within Silverfin and to share it to your client afterwards. You can even include graphs to explain to your end client some kind of situation. But the most inspiring thing and the thing I want to show you today is mostly about artificial intelligence. As we know today, we are aiming to unify the data, but there is a reason for that. The reason is we want to build trends, and as you already know, with ChatGPT, there's a lot of things going on the market right now, and we want to be, as a cutting-edge company, be part of that adventure. And so what we do today is we have an AI tool that is going to ask ChatGPT to make a financial analysis about this client. So let's put it in a nutshell. If you're an end client and you want to ask to your accountant, hey, can I play a role and get access to the data in Silverfin? You can as an external user. And basically, with just one click of a button, you can have a financial analysis from an AI to another, so ChatGPT and Silverfin, to get answers to your questions, how healthy you are. So I'm just going to click to that button here, and Silverfin Assistant, or AI mapping tool, is going to ask ChatGPT to make a financial analysis. So basically what he's going to go through, he's going to walk throughout several quick ratios calculations. He's going to test your liquidities, your equities, your liabilities, and so on. And he's going to see what he finds out about this file, depending on what you put on Odoo in the first place, so all your accountability information. And as you can see, so ChatGPT is already striving to give information about this customer. And what does it say? Basically, in conclusion, this company is performing well in terms of liquidity and asset management, as indicated by the increase in quick ratios and net assets. However, there are areas that need improvements, such as return on equity, working capital needs, and cost management. These improvements will enhance the company's financial independence and overall profitability. And what do you do with that? Basically, you can add it as a note, and you can directly share it to your client. He can directly see it if you want to share it to him, or you can take action upon that, and as an accountant, take a meeting with your customer, talk about it, and ensure to see appropriate actions to ensure that the health and the financial health of your customer is good. Do you have any questions?
Don't be shy. Everything clear?
No questions? Yeah, go ahead.
So do you let the GPT model do also calculations as well? Because
Nope, it's our Silverfin Assistant AI tool that does all those calculations. So for instance, I can show you how does it work. The more unified data we get, the more trends we can build out of an accountability environment. So hence why we do that AI mapping in the first place. And then our AI is going to be able, with one click of a button, make some analysis regarding a file, and it's going to tell you basically in a second with hundreds of checks what is going through this client. So the more data you get, the more unified it gets, the more the AI is going to build some prompts basically to see what's going on there. And this AI tool is talking to ChatGPT to make the financial analysis. It's more like, let's put it this way, but ChatGPT is more like a fancy and nice way to put what Silverfin Assistant already did in the first place. So if you can see here, for instance, he's going to check your accountability. If what you put in Odoo was right, for instance, if you put a negative sign where it should be positive, Silverfin is going to tell you. But if it doesn't respect some kind of rules regarding each and every country, regulations are different. But in Belgium, for instance, if you are above 3,000 in cash, it's going to tell you that it's above 3,000 in cash. Then if I take another one, it's EPA. So it's it's an optimization, fiscal optimization that Silverfin is going to give you. So it gives you advices as well. And what we just saw with ChatGPT, like here you can see the financial ratio calculations and the ones that are quite worrying for this client.
Does it work with every localization, or is it so far only?
It's a good question. So we have Silverfin in Belgium, so we work with 800 accounting companies. So all the big four is working with us, for instance, KPMG with Odoo and us. But we are also present worldwide. Most of the countries we operate are Luxembourg, England, and Netherlands. and Belgium, of course. But we also sell the platform directly throughout the world. So we work with PwC Canada, for instance, PwC Denmark, South Africa as well. But what we do there is basically we sell a platform in which we're gonna adapt the platform within the regulations with new liquid code. Basically, we're gonna rewrite the code depending on the regulations that exist between a country and another. Yeah.
Anyone else? How long did it take you to make the connection?
What?
How long did it take you to make the connection? Was it complex or the between Odoo and Silverfin?
As soon as you worked with KPMG, I guess we started working on the synchronization. So, and the more it goes, the more we are working on things to improve it and enhance data collection. So as of today, we are taking all the balance sheet that you have from your Odoo. But what if tomorrow we can get some documents out of your accountability tools related to an account number, for instance? If you have an invoice on that account number, we can technologically speaking retrieve that document, or in the future, if you have analytical tools like in Odoo, take out the analytics and put it within Silverfin. That's not something definitely feasible here.
Do you have an idea how many people are using the integration or are using?
Good question. In Belgium?
In general, you can.
I have no idea, to be honest. It's so hard to predict because accounting firms are working with several accounting tools, either Odoo or another one. And what we see is that the SME market usually is really favoring Odoo as an accountability tool. And so we can see that some accountants are working with SMEs and with Odoo and another accounting firm. So I would say, like, on the SME market, especially Brussels, there's a kind of big trend regarding that. And the more it goes, the more it gets out there, and in other countries, of course. The number, I cannot tell you, sorry. I wish I knew.
Anyone else has a question? No?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks. Cheers.